Loftia shared news on the beta for this upcoming wholesome MMO, and new details about the game's world were revealed. All this and more today. Hello friends, Sarah Sunstone here, bringing you the latest gaming news with Sunnyside Up. Today is April 17th, 2026. The development team behind Loftia shared a brand new cinematic trailer featuring a look at the distinct explorable districts that will be included in the upcoming beta test, along with a peek at some additional details and information about the playtest itself. Please shine the lovely like button if you're excited to finally see some Loftia gameplay, and make sure to subscribe to my channel with your notifications on to stay in the loop. Otherwise, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Just in case you're unfamiliar, Loftia is an upcoming multiplayer game about building a new life across floating islands in the sky. Here you'll get to farm, craft, decorate, and explore alongside friends in a shared world that actually grows over time. One of the most prominent standouts for this game is its emphasis on kindness, community, and sustainability, offering unique spins on classic gameplay mechanics. For instance, you'll implement hydroponics, aquaponics, and trellises when farming. You'll craft using renewable energy generated from the sun, wind, and rain. And you'll take on community-focused projects, contributing to shared builds. But these examples only just scratch the surface with what the game says to offer, and hopefully ultimately will. Loftia also aims to offer lots of customization, from a very inclusive character creator to outfits and home decoration, shared neighborhoods, and even cute adoptable companions. Even with just this quick overview, you can probably get the idea that this game seems to be very ambitious, so it'll be really great to finally see the gameplay itself. Which brings us to the latest news, which is that Loftia's official closed beta playtest will be kicking off on April 22nd, and will run for exactly 2 weeks, ending on May 6th. Access to this beta test specifically will be available to Kickstarter backers and Loftia partners, so if you don't have access yourself, be sure to come hang out on my live streams, because I will be streaming Loftia on April 22nd at 5:00 p.m. EST when the playtest officially goes live, so we can take a first look at gameplay together. Now, what's really exciting is that, as previously mentioned, an official cinematic trailer for this huge moment was shared, which invited us on a tour with the adorable Pebble through all 3 districts of Loftia. This includes Loftia City, the Hanging Gardens, and Gridfall, giving us a preview of what will be coming in the beta. The trailer really starts by featuring the Hanging Gardens, which is a very lush, nature-focused district, as you can see from the landscapes. It includes a variety of sub-regions like the Grove, the Bamboo Forest, and Windmill Hill. And if you'd like to get a deeper dive into this district specifically, I'll have one of my previous videos linked in the description for your reference. In this trailer, we can see tons of players exploring together on foot and also using a glider, which looks like it'll be super convenient for getting around. We can also see lots of resource gathering taking place, along with some relaxing fishing and farming with friends. Next up is Gridfall, the newly revealed region, which just looks so captivating. I love the rustic, industrial style of this area, which is said to have a focus on recycling, technology, and exploration of ruins from the past. We can actually see players working together to break down old items, likely to collect and repurpose into crafts, and perhaps even some more major building projects. We also got a glimpse at some players relaxing and enjoying playful activities, because it doesn't have to be all work and no play. From what's been shared so far, it seems like there will be a good amount of minigames and activities to enjoy with friends, so I'm really hopeful that they will actually deliver on this. It also looks like one of the unique ways you'll be able to get around this district is by way of these skate rails. This seems like it'll offer another fun way to travel around the world, sprinkling in even more variety in our exploration. The end of the trailer brings us back to Loftia City, where it all begins, which will likely serve as that central hub area and perhaps our home base. So while we're able to embark on all these awesome adventures to different regions, we will have somewhere familiar to constantly come back to. I really love how distinct each district truly seems to be, at least in its visual design and also based on the activities they're giving us a peek of. I honestly can't wait to explore every corner of the world. And I feel like I'll feel very motivated to go to each individual district for different reasons. The world looks so vibrant with lots to discover, so hopefully it will also feel that way once we get into the game, and will offer lots of activities to enjoy. I also want to point out just how much customization was showcased throughout this trailer, both in terms of the characters' physical traits themselves, and also all the different outfits the player characters are wearing. I also noticed that it often looks like there are a lot of players in each shot of the trailer, so I'm wondering if this was populated specifically for the trailer itself, or if there really will be a ton of players running around the shared space. This is another area of the game that I'm super curious about and so looking forward to getting my hands on it for this reason, just to see what sort of privacy options are available, how shared spaces differ from private areas, how much is feasible to experience on your own, and also just how we really get to interact with friends, because I would really love for this to be a solid multiplayer game for us to enjoy as a community moving forward. But I've definitely had some mixed experiences with other multiplayer games and specifically MMOs, so I'm really hoping that Loftia will deliver. I'm also really excited to hopefully check out the design mechanics and see if we can customize our spaces in this beta playtest, and if so, to what extent. But honestly, the main thing I'm most curious about is just exactly how all the thoughtful and interesting ideas that the team has shared over the course of development so far actually translate into how we experience gameplay. And I'm also really happy that they're doing this beta test ahead of their release later this year, with the date still to be determined in case you're curious. And honestly, that date might be somewhat dependent on how exactly this test goes and what feedback is ultimately received and potentially implemented. There's just been so many questions and so much speculation, though the team has always kept us very informed, which I do appreciate. Even with that being the case, it does feel like it's finally time to get our hands on this, get some of those questions answered, and see what the future is looking like for Loftia. Again, as a reminder, I will be live streaming the Loftia beta on April 22nd at 5:00 p.m. EST, so I definitely hope to see you there. We always have so much fun on the live streams, so be sure to come hang out and chat. Well, there you have it, friends. That's the latest news from Loftia. Be sure to share your thoughts with me down in the comments. Will you be playing the beta yourself? What's your favorite of the 3 districts? Anything and everything. You know I always love hearing from you. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And until next time, take care.